Guten Gardening, everybody! A month after planting, and our vegetables here in the front yard and space are going crazy. They're growing quickly. Our kohlrabi is already starting to bulb up in different plants. Our kale is looking wonderful. Lettuce, broccoli, our turnips, and in general, we are seeing amazing growth. Now there is one area that you can see right here that we had to cover up. These are our beets, and the rabbits were really enticed by the tops of our beets. But now we're headed over to the corner because there's something over there that's already ready to harvest. Here in this little corner, we have our Easter basket mix radishes. We planted these again 31 days ago, and they're already ready to come up out of the ground. You can see the tops peeking through. There's such a nice variety in here, different colors, different textures, different flavors. And even though we are now toward the end of September, there's still enough time for the next planting of these radishes. So we're gonna harvest these today, and we're gonna plant another set right in here with our seeding square. As we start harvesting down in here, I want you to notice the different varieties, definitely. There's a nice white one here. Pull up a red one here. These are the red ones. They have like a multi-tone, longer ones. My favorite ones in here are usually these lighter white ones. These are really nice. These are like the tannish color. But I want you to notice the variety that come with this seed pack. There are definitely different degrees of spiciness, if you will. The texture is definitely different. Some of these are softer. The white ones tend to be a little softer. These are a little bit crunchier down in here. But also notice there is minimal flea beetle damage. Minimal damage overall, really. So these greens are still going to be nice and tasty. So we'll be able to eat the greens. A lot of different ways to eat the greens. You can saute them up. These are such healthy greens here. We might even freeze some and then use them for a smoothie as well. So that's one of the nice things about this spot in the garden. Look how big this one is compared to my hand. One of the nice things about this spot in the garden is, for whatever reason, there was really no animal damage, no insect damage much at all in here. Unlike next door with our beets, where the rabbits were attracted, it seemed they stayed away from these for some reason. All right, I want to show you just how easy it is to grow these. So while I'm harvesting here, I'm going to take you over and show you where else we've planted these radishes, so you can see just how simple it is to get these to grow. In fact, I would say this, if you're just getting into gardening, this might be a vegetable for you to consider. Just because it is so quick, you'll see results, such speedy results. And it's really encouraging, again, to plant these, and a month later you're already ready to harvest and pull them out of the ground. So check this out. To show you just how easy it is to grow these radishes, take a look at this setup. We have here some lids, some container lids that are only about 3 inches deep. So 3 inches of a potting mix that we've then been able to use our planting square, our seeding square in the top to plant radishes. They don't need a ton of depth. You know that the radishes themselves don't grow that long, or this type of radish anyway. And so these Easter basket radishes we've planted in here, along with a few other varieties of radishes. We've planted them and they have no problem growing. If you look closely, you can actually see some of the seeds down in these little holes here. So this process takes no longer than any of the other ways that we're planting the radishes, and it's proof that the containers you need to grow these in, well, you barely need any kind of depth, and you can plant them almost anywhere. Take a look at these. They're healthy and they're growing well, and yes, we do have a little bit of flea beetle damage, but overall, they grew perfectly well in a limited space. This is another reason why we like our radishes so much. We're not just able to plant them in one location. They're not picky plants at all. We can choose locations that we might normally not be able to plant anything else. This is the perfect plant to start off. It's super easy, and again, the results, absolutely delicious. Some of these are smaller than others. You know, again, they're spaced well, but the seeds develop at different rates sometimes. But they're still at a point now where they're young enough that they're not going to taste woody. We're bringing them in at the right time. We're harvesting at the right time. So these are going to have that nice, crisp, fresh taste. And again, none of that woodiness. If you leave them in the ground too long, they get tougher, and you're not going to enjoy them as much. These are just perfect. One other thing I should point out, if you're harvesting these and you plan to eat the greens, you have to get them cut off pretty quickly because they wilt. They wilt very quickly. So we're going to harvest these and we're going to get those greens cut off and cleaned up and refrigerated really quickly. Look at that. Look at all the different colors. One of the things I think that helped these grow so quickly is we had about a solid week of rain. So they got tons of nice rain because these beds are mounded up, and because we worked so hard on improving the drainage of the soil, we didn't have any problem with water ponding or puddling here. And so they got lots of nice water, lots of nice rain water. Came out, dried them up nicely, so no worries about anything going bad, rotting, or anything like that. And instead, we just had wonderfully healthy plants. Take that kind of weather any day. Something about that rainwater and all the nutrients that are in the rainwater just make a huge difference beyond watering with the hose. And that's one of the reasons why we collect all of our water in the rain barrel as well. Look at the size of this one. Again, this is my favorite one. Not everybody in the family likes the same one, likes the same color. So having that variety is also really nice. So these are nice and tender, and they go well in a lot of different dishes. We sometimes use these in mac and cheese, cut them up, and they add a really nice flavor to the mac and cheese. So, all right, that's the complete harvest there. The bed is completely empty. There were a few weeds that had come in, but really not much at all. So we're gonna go back through this, and we're going to plant again. We're going to use our seeding square, and we're going to plant more of these Easter basket radishes right in this same spot. This is our 2-basket harvest, and you can only see the greens. So I'm going to go ahead and prep this, cut the greens off, get those ready to go, wash off the base, and then I'll show you exactly what this little bed produced. After a little bit of prep work, we're left with 3 bags of greens and all of these delicious radishes. Look at that variety. So we're going to go ahead and plant more in this bed so that we can have another harvest just like that one, if not better. The prep for replanting this bed should be pretty simple. We're going to add some general fertilizer, some all-purpose general organic fertilizer to it, and then we're going to mix it around a little bit, trouble the soil, and then we'll get right back to planting. All right. There. Measure out the square footage, and then you know, based on the recommendations of the fertilizer, just how much you're supposed to add for a bed this size. And again, it'll vary depending on the type of fertilizer that you're putting down. We're going to just trouble up the soil, get that fertilizer mixed in a little bit, and bring out the square. This bed isn't perfectly square, so we're going to go right up the middle with our seeding square, and then we'll branch out onto the sides as the space allows. So we're going to go right in the middle to start. And the seeding square recommends that we go in the red holes, which are the 3-inch holes for the radishes, and then the seed packet recommends about a 1/2 inch, a 1/4 inch to a 1/2 inch deep for the seeds. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to poke a hole a 1/2 inch deep, plant the seed in, and sprinkle some soil on top. As we start planting here in these red squares, again 3 inches apart, we want to make sure that we press firmly so that we get a nice even depth, since the square is hollow underneath. The soil should come right up to the bottom of the square. So then we know, if I keep my finger here at about a 1/2 inch, when we push in, we're getting that even hole depth, which is what we really want. We want the even hole depth, so we're not going too deep in one place and too shallow in another. Push it right down in here like this. All right, now we have our holes, and actually once I'm done planting the seeds, I'll pull it up and you'll be able to see exactly how the holes look. So we have our holes here for the first 16 radishes that are going in the ground. And we're going to use our funnel. I'll grab out some of these heirloom seeds. Again, these are the Easter basket mix from Baker Creek Heirloom. These are the ones that just perform so well in this bed. And we use our scoop, pull out 1 per, and drop it in. The hardest part about using a seeding square, it's really not hard, it's remembering where you are, which hole you've just put a seed in. So if you go across, down, then back across, it's pretty straightforward. You'll also notice how easy it is to scoop. These are bigger seeds, so really easy, and I don't have to be nearly as careful as I'm dropping them in the hole, because this funnel creates an easy entry point into these holes. All right, I'm going to stop talking for a minute. You can enjoy a little speed planting. Quick, wasn't it? All right, so here you can see the holes all even, great spacing, and we'll sprinkle some soil over that once we're done. We're gonna move on. Here we're at our second square. Again, I've pushed evenly across so our holes are equal depth. I fingered about a 1/2 inch. And here we go. Our season here in Zone 5 is anywhere from, I would say, 4 to 5 months long for these radishes. So if you live in a place with a longer season, I mean, there's no telling how many times you could successively plant radishes. As is, we can do about 5 succession plantings of these radishes. 5. So we're able to harvest, plant. We don't always plant them in the same spot like we are right now. We like to move our plants around, of course. And you do need to make sure that whatever you're doing, you make sure the soil is properly amended. But this is why we suggest radishes as a nice starter crop, especially if you're just getting into gardening, because you can grow so many of them so quickly and over such a nice period of time. Do they love that heat of the summer? Well, no, these are cool weather crops, just like a lot of the brassicas we're planting right now. They prefer that cooler weather, that 50 to 70 degree weather. But you can still, if you plant them carefully, you can still plant them throughout the season. If you have some spots that are more shaded, you can control some of what hits them in terms of the sun, the heat, etc. You can still plant them. And so this is our, I believe, our 4th planting of radishes overall. So we are definitely trying to set an example of that, again, that succession planting, where one of the crops finishes, grows to maturity, you harvest it, and you get right back in there to plant your next set. And really, radishes are one of those vegetables when I was younger I didn't really enjoy, I didn't understand, because they do have a very unique flavor. But they're so versatile, whether it's, when I was younger it was mostly salads that I saw them in, but whether they're salads, steamed, my personal preference for some of these is oven roasted. They're versatile, they last a long time. And these are similar to beets in that they're a root crop obviously, but you put them in the fridge, you could have them and they stay fresh for, we've had them over a month in the fridge and they've been perfect. So again, a great starter crop. All right, you can see what I'm talking about when I say this bed isn't perfectly symmetrical, but because we took the 4 squares right over the top, we can now go off to the side and there's room for at least 3, maybe 3.5 more squares there, and the same on this side. So we're gonna get somewhere in the neighborhood of 10 squares or 160 radishes to put in here. And again, we don't have to worry about spacing because the spacing is predetermined for us. All right, just like that, we are finished planting. I just have to brush the soil over the holes now, but you can see how evenly and how easily these seeds went in. And you notice there were a couple spots probably where, I couldn't fit the squares so well, but because of the other holes, I could see the correct alignment, and I was still able to use this to poke the correct depth. So easily planted, evenly planted, no thinning necessary. Now let's just finish the last step. All right, the bed is ready, the seeds are planted, and then last, we need to give it a nice little watering. And we should see sprouts here, I would say, within a week, probably less. These come up super quickly, develop super quickly, and I'm gonna again encourage you, if you've never planted anything, this could be a first crop for you, but also if you're in zone 5 like us, zone 6, zone 7, you still have time to go ahead and plant some more of these. We're gonna harvest one more time before it gets too cold. These radishes are good up to 26 degrees outside, 26 degrees Fahrenheit. They're still able to survive, and if it gets a little colder than that, the greens might die. But as long as it's far enough along, the roots themselves, so the radishes themselves, will be okay and you can still harvest them. We hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give us a like, leave us a comment, and let us know how your plantings are going here in the fall. And remember to share and subscribe. And as always, when you're with us, you're good to grow.